in Djibouti, Africa right now. We are supposed to be en route to Kenya.
There was nowhere in my planning that ever showed me getting to go to Africa just because I learned how to make people laugh.
You know, I came out here like, oh, guns, I don't want to touch any guns. By week 3, I had a grenade launcher shooting out of my crotch.
The first time we've ever had an entire C-130 to ourselves, that was crazy.
No matter where you're going or what you're doing, ultimately travel is all about people. And when you're leading a comedy tour into Africa, people are even more vital. It's about who you're with, who you're there to entertain, the people helping make it all happen, and who's going to take over the planet once all the people have finally destroyed ourselves. This tour is going to Djibouti, the Sinai Peninsula, and Niger. But we're starting with first-class airfare into Kenya.
The C-130, I loved every minute of that. I'm a kid that grew up drag racing, bro. And when they flip that thing around the runway and bank those engines, it's like that same thrill.
There was more employees on the C-130 than comedians. It's like having an Apple store to sell one iPhone. It makes, I don't know how to do a good metaphor, simile. I didn't do good in school. Just us.
So we're off to Camp Semba on Kenya's Manda Bay. Home to turquoise water, green trees, searing temperatures, unfamiliar wildlife, Islamic extremist groups, and a collection of American men and women who've been working at this Outer Rim deployment for the better part of a year without ever leaving the confines of its walls. Meeting the service members during the day is as important and fun as the shows themselves. When I said the people matter, they do. And especially on a base where everyone has to rely on everyone else to do their parts in a crisis. And this is exactly the kind of place where that happens. In 2020, Camp Semba was the site of an Shabaab attack that left 3 Americans dead. Out here, we get to see the tools the military uses to prevent future attacks, which in this case includes a charcuterie board of ways to send large objects into the air.
Oh, that'll take your hand off for real.
Yeah, there's pictures of people like chopping their fingers off and stuff. On a 0-win day, someone like myself who throws it a lot and like knows how to launch it, I even have trouble.
Like we're fighting an enemy with night vision. You pop that thing up, it like really yeah.
This leg of the tour has kept us on our toes. It's come with some unpredictable twists and turns, and none more so than the wildlife.
Yep, now you got it. That's how you do it.
To get to go to one of the most remote locations in the world with animals you've never seen. Some of those animals took a liking to me. Those little lizards we see everywhere. I had a lizard jump on my penis in a porta potty.
That should be a weird thing to say, but it doesn't feel like it here.
He almost tore the porta potty apart trying to get out of it.
I was just taking a leak in the dark, and I was like, oh, those little lizards are cool as shit. And then he jumped onto what is arguably my second favorite part of my body.
I'm sure I'm gonna get a bill on my taxes next year for a $1,200 porta potty I broke to pieces.
I'm a big boy. I'm sorry about whoever has to fix that porta potty. I did some damage on the way out.
There's still plastic rivets in the trees.
Eating breakfast with monkeys? Okay, if that were at an amusement park, you would pay like $500.
Like I hear people tell stories about, oh, I went to Japan, there were like monkeys everywhere and all that stuff, but when you're actually there.
When you're actually there, what, Chase? You can learn to be hyper-protective? These vets met us every morning for a sunrise breakfast of whatever the DFAC was serving, plus a double side of monkey theft.
I had a monkey mama steal my food.
Look at me. It's not easy to trick me out of food. This heifer got me.
I caught her on film robbing me.
Oh, no.
That baby was so cute. He bribed you with that cute baby and then stole your lunch.
The apple, dude.
I know what they're doing, homie.
She hypnotized me, man.
Absolutely.
There goes my pear.
Do you know where Djibouti is? It's just south of Djibouti. That will never not be funny to me. A third world country among third world countries, Djibouti serves as a hub for us on this trip. And with almost a week on base and 2 shows to do, we get to know everyone here quite intimately.
So this is our house away from home.
It's already bigger than my place in New York. So
Oh,
totally.
What's your dream, Powell? What's your dream? What do you want? An emergency medicine physician.
Bro, give it up. That's what I'm talking about. Yes! So if I show you a wart somewhere in my body, you can tell me if it's curable?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I said, are you ready for your next badass stand-up comedian tonight?
Guys, Kyle is performing his ass off for you. You're clapping. That's nothing.
Thank you, bud. So you guys are all heroes. This looks like you're like...
Remember how I told you it's all about the human side? Well, the reason it takes the right kind of people is because the job is much more than just the show.
Jerry is one of these guys who's like this gruff, seems like he's gonna be like this mean, punch you in the face kind of a guy, and he's just a teddy bear and he just adores his wife and kids.
That's
Jerry, you look like you hunt your own barbecue.
All right. When we were in, I met a young man. Give me a minute. I met a young man from Longview, Texas, which is where my father lives, and we don't have the best relationship. This young man come up to me and he explained to me that he was an EOD, which is like a bomb tech, and they deal with some awful stuff. And he told me he hadn't spoke to his dad in 5 years. And I asked him why, and he said, because of my first dad in Afghanistan. And he said, I can't talk to him about it. And I said, what happened? And he told me this awful story. Just heinous stuff no human being should ever have to witness or be a part of. But I know there are those among us that have to do that job. And this young man took that role, but then he felt like he couldn't speak to his father. And I didn't know what else to do in that moment, but I just hugged him. Because I'm a dad, you know? And so I just gave my dad a hug. And it was a pretty magical moment. It's one I will keep right here for a long damn time.
Like, oh, Jerry, you're such a teddy bear.
Try to do that. The best thing to do is actually aim at the base of your target, so that way when you're firing your 65-round burst, you're just walking up. And that's where you'll make your micro corrections.
That was a firefight!
In between the tents and porta potties, there are also small respites, like the little-known hole in the ocean called Sharm el-Sheikh. It's a welcomed way to end another long travel day.
It may seem like a pool, it's just the Red Sea.
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
Tell me, princess, now when did you, is it Let Your Heart Decide? Yeah. Last Let Your Heart Decide? There are little flashes of orange right on the reef. All right, let's see if we can see this.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll just play around on top of the water. I don't need to see what's under there. You know what I mean? What could be under there? As far as I'm concerned, nothing, because I'm not gonna see it.
If you can see, behind me is the Red Sea. It's one of the best reef systems in this hemisphere. And the last time I was here in 2009, I wasn't certified to dive. I never thought I'd find myself back. So today, I'm gonna go get underwater, finally.
And he's like, well, here's some snorkels if you think you can see it. And I go, okay. And I put them on and I look down and I realize that underneath me is the entire movie of Finding Nemo, just playing on a loop. Everything's down there. The crab is singing that song from The Little Mermaid. It was insane.
And everything really is down there. Well, except the nonsense of politics or social media or any of that other trivial stuff that will certainly come rushing back with the surface. Down here, it's just serene reefs and aquarium fish, and you can begin to wrap your noggin around why little girls might want to grow up to be mermaids. It is colorful, weightless bliss. From Egypt, we spent a day crisscrossing the continent by plane, leaving behind the blue reefs of the Sinai and heading into the vast, sweltering nothingness of Niger. In Africa's Sahara Desert, in a region called the Sahel, sits some of the U.S. military's most remote outposts. The end of the supply chain, if you will. Very little makes it out here, and almost none of that is entertainment. So keeping morale up in sites this far out is complex. My friend, Master Sergeant Bryson Robinson, is one of the guys who does just that.
So on behalf of the
Hi, my name is Master Sergeant Bryson Robinson, and I am the Services Flight Chief here at Air Base 101. So all of your morale, welfare, recreation services, food, lodging, postal, fitness, and all the MWR operations as well. So just under me, I have about 17 other people on my team, and we have 6 different sections that we run, all of which are aimed to take care of our base populace here at Air Base 101.
I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our first comedian of the night. Y'all stand up, y'all make some noise, y'all show some love to Chase DuRousseau.
So we're in Niamey, Niger right now, and this is where Air Base 101 is here in the capital. So we haven't had a tour here in 6 years, since 2017.
So this is my impression of Mark Wahlberg in, what's your favorite Mark Wahlberg movie, bro? What's up? All right, everybody's saying Planet of the Apes. Got you. All right, so this is my impression of Mark Wahlberg in Planet of the Apes. Here we go. It's on TNT right now. It's always on TNT. All right, here we go. So Mark Wahlberg, Planet of the Apes. Get your stinking hands off me, you damn dirty ape. There we go. Mark Wahlberg. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all have great taste. That being said, I felt like that last impression didn't really connect with the back of the room that's standing up. So I'm gonna do one more impression. This is my impression of Harry Potter. Yeah, didn't see that coming, did you? But I got this. This is my impression of Mark Wahlberg as Harry Potter. Okay, here we go. This is so dumb. All right. This is his broomstick. Because he's a witch. All right, here we go. This is Mark Wahlberg as Harry Potter. Get your stinking hands off me, you damn dirty snake. What? Snake. Thank you. Thank you.
One thing that people really don't understand is the logistics that go into putting together a tour such as this. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of airlift that all have to be in line before we can actually get performers out here.
I do have a deep fear of heights, and I fell in 2015 and fractured my skull and broke everything on the left side of my body off a RV garage.
Just enjoy the ride. If you want to unbuckle your seatbelt, lay down and sleep. Once we get leveled off, it's fine. We'll let you know when to put them back on. It's been pretty smooth today. Sometimes around here it gets kind of bumpy.
Things don't usually bother me that much, but that little tiny thing that we were on today, I was having Buddy Holly visions. You know, I was expecting to go down in a cornfield in the middle of Africa and just be, somebody's gonna write a shitty song about me 10 years from now.
My new rule about airplanes is if you have to weigh me and tell me where to sit, you don't have enough airplane for me.
No, never
She moved
again.
me 6 inches. Do you know how terrified I was that entire flight? I sat there like this.
We're wrapping the tour at Airbase 201 in Agadez. The last time I came, it was just a handful of tents sprinkled throughout the sandy nothing. Now it's made of more permanent material, but its distance from anywhere or anything is the same.
Look at you.
You guys are
Yes,
gonna
I'm
kill
ready.
it tonight. And everyone's excited to see you.
It's-
As people get off, they're gonna keep prodding it. So.
Chase DuRousseau is a light in this world, and everyone should know Chase, and everyone should get to be friends with Chase, because in case if you're having a bad day, that's all about to change.
Could you live with a girl with a cat? That's a man right there. That is a man's man right there. Dog, you could, yeah. Oh yeah. See? Big dog, right? Oh, big dog. Yeah. Little dogs suck, right? Little dogs suck. Thank you. This guy knows what he's talking about, ladies. However you swing. Good job, bro.
Bro, they said wake up at 5:30 in the morning and we're gonna go on a razor ride. Now here's the thing, I just learned from touring with Slade before that you just gotta say, okay, yeah, because it's gonna be fun. I didn't know what it was. They said razor, I thought, okay, we're gonna ride scooters, and then we get there and these warthogs from Halo show up, and just, you see that red sun and the dirt kicking your face.
We're blasted through this arid desert listening to country music at 5 o'clock in the morning, racing the sunrise, you know.
I was in the last one too, by the way. I'm supposed to get a colonoscopy when I leave here. They're definitely gonna find sand up there, for sure. For sure. There's sand in my soul.
And maybe that's true of all of us after this tour. We're leaving with a little sand in our souls. What's better than some good old-fashioned adventure squeezed in around a job you really love that also makes a difference? Master Sergeant Robinson sums it up better than I ever could.
We've had people who have been here going over 7 months now at this time, and they expected to be home after 6. So, you know, the morale is low. You know, it's one of those things where we understand, we get it. You know, we're here to do what we signed up to do. But at the same time, that doesn't stop you from, you know, missing your sons and daughters' birthdays or your anniversaries or major life events that happen. So bringing that morale to them at this time, it couldn't have been more perfect.
If you enjoy these videos, make sure to click subscribe, and even better, send it to a friend. If you're watching this in May, I have a Kickstarter campaign going on for my brand new comedy special that you'll be able to watch right here on my YouTube channel. So go check it out. Link is in the pinned comments, and thanks as always for watching.